you guys. It is Grace Bransom with the Words He Used podcast. Today I'm going to be talking to my super cool friend Maria Gabriels about her walk with the Lord and about what that has looked like. So hey Maria, what's up?
Hello, I'm doing well. Really tired right now, but I'm doing good.
Good. Always tired. It seems like you have so much to do with all like the ministry you're involved in, so I can't imagine.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
awesome.
it's a lot, but it's so rewarding.
Yes. Okay, tell us about yourself, Maria.
Okay, so I am 21 years old. I am a senior at Tarleton State University. So I will be graduating in December, which I'm super excited about. I'm ready.
Yeah.
But I'm majoring in animal science, so I'll be going to work with horses. My focus so far has been equine rehab, but I'm kind of leaning toward like sales prep and training now. Um, let's see, some of the things that I like some of my favorite things to do are hunting, camping, hiking, like pretty much anything outdoors. I have a dog. Her name's
We
Oakley.
love Miss
Um,
Oak.
yes, she's so sweet. Um, let's see what else. I have three siblings. I'm the youngest of four, and that's been really cool just growing up, like having so many older siblings. And my oldest sibling is a brother. So, like, that's been amazing having an older brother my whole life. Um, but yeah, that's a little bit about me.
How fun. Okay, what is your go-to coffee order?
Oh, man.
It's a
Okay,
hard
it depends
question.
on the time of the day. Depends on the time of day, but in the morning, I just like black coffee.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, I like an Irish cream latte.
Wow. Okay, that is a really bold answer. I've not heard that before. Irish cream latte. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, tell us your testimony in 6 words or less. Ah,
Okay, my testimony in 6 words or less would be your testimony is never over.
nice. What does that mean to you?
So for me, that's just like throughout my like journey with the Lord, I've learned like I go through things and it's like your testimony doesn't stop when you um receive the gift of salvation through Jesus Christ. Like it doesn't stop there. And after you accept Jesus, like you're going to go through trials and you're going to go through struggles, but like that's what builds your testimony. And even on like everyday activities, like going to the store or going to class, like that can be a part of your testimony too. You just need to like press into what the Lord has for you. And so, like saying your testimony is never over for me, that means every single day I can add to my testimony by living for the Lord and using my trials for his glory. And just like when I fall short, which is very often, but when I fall short, like I can just use that to turn it back to the Lord and let him use it for his purposes.
Wow. Okay, that is literally incredible. Yes, I love it. I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors really, really fast. Brad Allard, you are incredible. Everybody needs to watch Mr. Allard's Neighborhood. He's one of my mentors in the podcasting world and in real life, and he's just literally incredible. Shout out to Our Place and Otto, my favorite people ever. Cannot wait to hear about Dubai. They just came back from Dubai. I think that's so cool. But yeah, that's really, really cool. So I just wanted to talk to you about your whole testimony. So, how did you meet Jesus, Maria?
I grew up in a private school. So I went to private school from preschool through eighth grade. So that really helped me get like a firm foundation in my faith. And then going into high school, I went to a public high school with over 4,000 students, and that really challenged my faith. But I think some of the like key points that where I could say like I've believed in God my whole life, but I think some of the key points were in middle school was either I think I was 13 years old and I read a verse in the New Testament. And it's my favorite verse today. It's 2 Corinthians 9-10, and it says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly in weaknesses, in hard insults." I got rebaptized my senior year of high school. I had only been baptized as a baby, and I got rebaptized at something called Freedom Weekend. And that's just like a retreat weekend at my old church for 7th through 12th graders. And the Lord just like recaptured my heart that weekend by the phrase, like, he's always chasing after me. And that's kind of something that I hold on to and I think about all the time is like, okay, like God is always chasing after me. It doesn't matter if I try to resist him or if I try to do it my own way, like he's always going to be chasing after me until he has me.
Wow, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Yeah. And then why did you pick Tarleton?
Um, okay, so my first choice for so long was Texas A&M. And I still love A&M, but I visited it and it really did feel like home to me, but it was so big and I am not a big crowds person at all. And then my or senior year of high school, so it was pretty late in the like search. Um,
Yeah.
but I visited Tarleton and absolutely fell in love with it. It's basically like a mini A&M. And it's perfect for my major. I love the small town. I've always wanted to live in a small town. So that's kind of how I found it.
Wow, nice. Okay, cool. And so how did you get involved with Delight at Tarleton?
So my freshman year, it was just before COVID hit. So it was March of 2020. It was my year in class. And I remember just being in a season where I was like, I like a faith-based community. But I wanted it to be all women.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was sitting in class and I saw an invite on Instagram because March is the month for Start a Delight campaign. And so I saw this ad, and my best friend was sitting next to me, and she was like, well, you should just put in your information, like, just in case, like, just try it. And I was like, okay. So I ended up putting my information in, and long story short, like, I ended up setting up a call with headquarters and completely fell in love with the mission and vision behind Delight. And then Satan started like feeding me lies, like, no, you can't do this. You've never done something like this before. Like, this is a huge role. And then I told my sister about all of that stuff, and she encouraged me. She was like, Maria, I think you should pray specifically for an answer by Easter of 2020. And I was like, okay. So I was having these doubts, but I really loved the ministry. And so I started praying specifically for an answer by Easter. And the week before Easter of 2020, I was sitting down for online church with my family, and I just prayed to myself. I was like, okay, God, if you want me to start a delight, give me conviction during this service.
Mm.
And the entire service was about like not worrying about your ability and just making yourself available to the Lord. And
Wow.
like I had been worrying about my ability the entire time. And I was like, okay, God, like I know this is what you want me to do. And so a couple days later, I told my sister that I was, and she said, hey, Maria, reach out and see if the Lord had revealed anything to you about starting a delight. And I was like, wow, like God is really not letting me get away with saying no to this one. Um, so that's how I found out about Delight. That's how I came to start it. So I have never had anything made so clear to me before by the Lord. So it was really cool.
Wow. So what have you seen the Lord do through Delight, like at school?
Oh man. So he has done so much for me, Julie, and personally. He's like, I've just grown so much in my faith, in my like leadership skills, in my character, in so many things. Like I feel like I'm a completely different person than I was freshman year in a good way. And then for the girls that have come to Delight, I've just seen like so many girls got me to like this point. Or there's one girl who is a leader now, and she she came to Delight, I think, one week, and then had like a huge loss in her family, and she did not want to come back. to Delight. And then she just felt like the Lord was telling her, like, no, you need to go back. And the week that she came back, and it was exactly what the girl needed. And
Wow.
it was just like, it's so cool to hear her testimony now about that, and like see how the Lord has worked in her, like personally, and just seeing how God like reveals things to different people differently, and how he is so like intimate and so personal with us. So I think that's a huge way.
Wow. Okay, I literally love to hear that so much. I love what you said about like how the conviction was just so strong. Like you had to do it. That's so awesome because like you started something that was not there before. You are the founder of Delight at Tarleton, correct?
Yes.
Wow, because there's like a million ministries on campus, but there's
It
nothing
is
like
so
Delight.
and is still so needed, because I mean, in my like opinion, I believe that like having a group of the same gender is, because for me, like I can't be in a group with guys and girls and with just girls.
Mm. So, what is the Lord walking you through right now, Maria, like independently as you graduate and walk into this whole brand new big season of like adult Maria, big girl stuff? What is he walking you through?
Okay, so he is working on me a lot right now. One of my, like, this doesn't have to do with school or anything like that, but one of my greatest desires is to be married. And I have a tendency to go for the guys that, like, I feel like I can, like, not fix, but I can help save or I can help
Come on.
rescue.
Yeah.
Um,
We do that.
and
We do
so
that.
Oh, I know. I don't know why I keep doing it, but I did it again last semester, and so I'm like just coming out recently from kind of like a toxic relationship, and the Lord has just been teaching me that like I've been trying to find affection and affirmation and love and all of those things from guys. And I think the Lord is just like trying to beat into my head, like, I already like adore you. I already love you. I'm already like chasing after you. I'm already there. And it's like to get to the point where I can say, like, okay, God, like you are all I need. And you are the only one that I care about getting affection from. You're the only one that I care about getting love from, and getting attention from. I think he's trying to get me to that point. And I've just been seeing like through Bible studies that I'm doing, actually the Delight study I did one of the weeks this morning, and
Aw.
it was all about like getting affection and adoration and love from men, and how the Lord is just, he's sitting there and he's like, I'm already giving that to you. Like I already gave it to you. And so the Lord is really like working on that in my heart right now, and just making sure that I'm like pressing into his love for me and not worrying about what other people think of me, or how I see myself based on how other people think of me. And so I think like going into graduation and going into like adulthood and everything, that is so crucial, because once I am out of college, I feel like it's going to be a whole different ball game, and it's just going to be so much more important, and like vital to be secure in who God is and who he says he is to me,
Mm.
and who I am in him. And so I think this is like a really big um a season to for me to go through right now.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's been so fun talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And we'll see you guys next week on the Word to Use
Yeah.
podcast.